the wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to his personal palace in the Emerald City. Come with me!
The wizard is somebody who's become an effective figure of fixation and cult for the citizens of Oz.
Folks have come to expect that sort of thing. And you gotta give the people what they want.
A hellscape to rival anything Hollywood could produce. Wildfires bigger and wilder than any in living memory.
It must be him. Now, we're doing the right thing, aren't we? We should sell.
Oh my God, she's buckling, Dad. Throw some cold water on her. Carlton.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow? You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who would have thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness? Ah, look out! Look out! I'm going!
Of course we're doing the right thing, sweetheart.
Sir, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
I am Oz, the great and powerful. Who are you? Who are you?
If you please, I am Dorothy, the small and meek. We've come to ask you.
Silence!
Oh, we've done what you told us. We brought you the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. We melted her.
Oh, you liquidated her, eh? Very resourceful.
Yes, sir. So we'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
Not so fast! Not so fast! I'll have to give the matter a little thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, but I want to go home now.
You've had plenty of time already.
Yeah. Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you were really great and powerful, you'd keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you audience tomorrow instead of 20 years from now.
Oh.
The great Oz has spoken.
Oh.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great Oz has spoken.
Mr. and Mrs. Trump, it's an honor to meet you. Ron said his client had a rich uncle, but Donald Trump.
I like keeping a low profile.
Hi, Hillary Banks.
Hey, Hillary.
You know, you look much richer in person.
Hey, Mr. Trump. Hey, how you doing? Will Smith. Hey, listen, you are getting a great house here. And this is quite a deal you're getting for it, too.
I have to say that I am appalled at this tribunal's lack of sensitivity.
Speak on, bruh.
We can't judge Will Smith by our standards. He doesn't even speak our language. Where he grew up, the word bad means good. Doesn't that say it all? Fight the power.
During the pandemic, you often said that you didn't believe that you should bail out blue states that you believe were being mismanaged. Given your criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom, are you willing to work with him, and do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called the smelt. and for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing.
You fools! You've erected a massive concave reflective surface. It will focus the sun's beam in a deadly ray.
And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific.
And now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor, nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion, though. But it is fascinating. I mean, lasers, really? To change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. This is potentially a game changer.
But this is experimental.
It's experimental. However, in the laboratory so far it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning. Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo-jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
So what does it mean for drought areas that need to have rain for crops, and if they don't have them, there's the consequences of famine?
Well, the bad news is if it's a clear blue sky, it's not going to do anything at all, because it only takes water vapor that's already in the air and condenses it. However, for floods, for agriculture, farmers, for people planning wedding parties, football games, you name it, outdoor events in agriculture and flooding and even hurricanes, all of them could be subject to weather modification.
He is very prolific and on fire with inventing the 20th century. He calls himself a carny, and he was involved in show business in some way and storytelling. I give you the Oz of tomorrow.
It was a state occasion to remember a president past. The occasion brought together former presidents of the United States.
Creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet.
teeth. So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
We know this will take trillions, not billions of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector.
You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is
We have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
I am the chosen one.
See that girl over there? That's Romilda Vane. Apparently she's trying to smuggle you a love potion.
Really?
Hey! She's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one.
But I am the chosen one. Okay, sorry. Kidding.
He was able to fool people into thinking that he could do something magical. I think people need direction. This thing gets built, everybody is going to remember that if you just follow the road, it's going to lead you right to me. I'm a kind of a magician. You should know that everything I do is phony.
They don't fly on broomsticks. They tend not to be bewitched. Like Donald Trump.
You know I call it a witch hunt. And it is a witch hunt.
Modern day witches are hard to categorize.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Are you a witch?
I'm a practicing witch. That's how I make my living, yes.
And which kind of witch are you?
I'm initiated into Wicca, which is the religious side of things.
Witches tend to side with liberals. You know what they wish President Trump would stop saying about the Mueller investigation?
It's a witch hunt. That's all it is. The witch hunt, as I call it.
Elon Musk!
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA. Well, the energy in this room is incredible. All government spending is taxation. So whether it's direct taxation or all government spending, it either becomes inflation or it's direct taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that. America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
You gotta fight for your right to vote! That's one small step for man, one giant. I have a dream! Power to the people! Oh, Mike.
You guys are awesome. Honestly, this is like...
Russian witch hunt. This is a witch hunt like nobody's ever seen before.
The author of Witchcraft Activism calls the president's use of the term
Really disgraceful. I mean, thousands of people were executed in Europe on suspicion of witchcraft.
closer to home. There were the Salem witch trials.
I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
19 supposed witches were hanged.
There's a lot to be offended by Donald Trump, and I think his use of the term witch hunt is very low on that list of priorities for most witches, but nevertheless, it does demonstrate his ignorance as usual.
The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
But Elphaba turns out to be a person of extraordinary potential. And that's a problem.
You have no real power.
Exactly. That's why I need you.
Wicked.
Goody two shoes. Betty by Bo's time again. Good night, honey.
Sweet dreams, dear.
makes me sad. It makes me mad true. For loving what is you. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face. Could bring a fall. When I'm far from home, don't call me on the phone to tell me your love. It's easy to deceive, it's easy to tease, but hard to get released. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face. So much time believing all the lies, keep the dream alive. Now it makes me sad, it makes me mad true, for loving what is you. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Eyes without a face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face.